Ron Bent believed in incentive programs and wanted to establish one at the plant, and he experienced an incentive plan to reward individuals for their performance, but it did not go very well. So the union, at that time, the union always figured out a way to beat that rate. So he knew that that wasn't the right way to go. He felt a Scanlon plan was the best way to go for Engstrom. He did not want many incentive plans for Engstrom since it was too small of a company and it wouldn't be able to really handle multiple incentive plans. He began to work with his management team on the Scanlon concept and posted information about Scanlon on the bulletin boards. He communicated tad bits of what they were planning to do with the employees, not leaving them in the dark. He even organized a trip for a group of workers to visit another plant that implemented Scanlon. So this trip, to the other plant went well because these guys came back to their plant and was enthused about it, was enthused about this Scanlon. So he made the announcement about adopting this plan to the workers, and in 1999 it was presented to all employees and management, and they voted. 81% of them voted that they wanted the Scanlon bonus plan agreement. One of the agreements was labor savings would be split 75% to employees, 25% to the company. Who would want to, disagree on that, right? So basically, they wanted to motivate the employees to excel, not just to perform poorly. They came to an agreement for a fair ratio, which was set at 38.0%. So, the type of leadership skills that I saw, at least, in Rob Bent was he inspired the vision for the plant. He had a vision of the Scanlon, plan to be implemented in the program, which kind of turned things around, right? So he's thinking, well, let's get this program in place for our employees. Let's credit their hard work. And so he went off of previous learning experiences, which helped shape the way for the Scanlon plan to be established. He enabled others to act by organizing a field trip to another plant to connect with others and learn about the Scanlon plan and how it works. This plan worked because they came back feeling confident about it. He also encouraged the heart by giving these bonuses to the employees and rewarding those who excel in their performance. He had great communication with the rest of his management team and the employees by posting the Scanlon info to the bulletin for them to see. Many times people get frustrated when they're left in the dark and they don't know what's going on. So he definitely was a team player, despite the frustration and the pressure that he was feeling. He didn't cave in. Also, Haley, she also showed great communication and built good relationships with the employees. This helps to know what they're feeling and what the mood is in the workplace. It helps management know what actions to take and how they can improve on the processes or kind of building up their team.
Hello, everybody. Today, my part of the presentation is on when Scanlon decided to implement a company-wide incentive program instead of an individual-based incentive program. The reason they did that is Bent found that there was no increase in production with an individual incentive program, especially when implementing new lines of product or new manufacturing processes. His transforming vision was that if he implemented a company-wide incentive program where everybody is awarded based on the production of the entire company, that it would increase production because for one, everybody learns at a different rate, and two, when you implement new products, there's a learning curve to building that new product. And so his transforming view was that if he implemented this company-wide incentive program, that the whole company would prosper in production and that the whole company would grow. And also the company would So the way that it was laid out is 75% of the incentive would go to the employee and 25% of the incentive would go to management. And this would be twofold. One, it would incentivize the individual to work, be more productive, and it also incentivize the manager to uh, to to assist their individual employees to become more productive and learn the new manufacturing processes. So this was really a transformative view, as stated in the business leadership book. So, and I think this can apply in different situations. Um, a lot of people refer to laziness in labor, or infectious laziness, where if one person refuses to work, then the next person refuses to work, or one person decelerates, the next person will decelerate because they don't want to do more work than the next person. But with a transformative view, everybody buys onto it, which has stated that if the whole company didn't buy onto it as a whole, then the program wouldn't work. So they needed at least a 75 to an 80% acceptance rate in order for this program to work, which they got. Thank you.
Case study, and I'm going to be doing it on page 5 and 6. And it talks about the Scanlon's track record at Engstrom with the increase of pay, which led to the increase of productivity. Bent then made a monthly communication meeting to talk about the details of the previous month and upcoming events, which they started talking more, people getting involved more. But there was two rules that they had to follow. The first was they can't talk about any people's personality, and the second, they can't talk about others' wages, which we all know why. Some people get embarrassed of their pay. But the people at the plant calmed down, and the plant was doing good, and it was growing. The productivity was up, and the Scanlon bonuses were paid every month and every year of the following of the plan, plus the normal wages. But of course, over a period of time, people's morale went down, and I think that's because of what was going on. There was People said that there was questions of fairness and distrust, and then they said that distrust of the bonuses calculation, and some people said that the even the supervisor shouldn't get the bonus. Well, it's like they work as just as hard too, so why don't they get the bonus? And that was the fairness, but the distrust, I think maybe they were messing. They said that they were trying to mess with the numbers, and that's it's kind of hard to do when you actually really look at the numbers with the bonus sample calculation. Their overall sales was $4 million, and then so all the trickle down effect is they only get the bonus. They only get 10% of it, which isn't that much. I mean, even though the employee share is 75%, but it comes out to they only get it says they only get $382 a monthly paycheck. So I think maybe after taxes, of course, people are going to say that they're messing with the numbers, and then they started to head into the deficit months, which really started to take effect on the company, and I think that's why they ended up going. It says a reserve for negative for it was negative 18,000 for the deficit months, but the bonus poll was 18,000, so it kind of maybe evened out. But I think Bent knew this was coming, and so he did this to protect everybody. And even though that there's going to have some people that are going to be mad, I think that the bonus worked out good. Thank you.